All right, so we are talking to Logan Lewis and one of the captains of Niles Volleyball and very close to 1,000 digs on the year. Logan, what are you kind of mentally going through in this senior season and the last ride in Niles?
It's kind of just hitting me that I'm a senior now and that this is the last time I'm going to be playing with the girls this season. And also having the fact that I'm going to reach 1,000 digs is more of a mental challenge during the game to not like psych myself out or anything. I'm 11 away, so it's coming soon, but it's always the same challenge every game to make sure we come out strong and we don't get in a hole and everything. And the biggest challenge as a captain is to make sure all the girls are not in their heads and everything. And we're moving point by point every time. And I think the challenge for all of us captains are making sure we have the steady pace of always being up, having everyone cheering and everything. But we're ready for this season and we're ready to see what's coming next.
Talking about this upcoming game too with Jefferson, no doubt they were impressive in their game against South Range. What responsibilities do you take as a captain on that court to going into this game? How do you what is your responsibility? I think with the girls is what I'm trying to ask. Going into this game, knowing it's a tough matchup and you're going to need to make sure everyone's sharp on that court.
We know how they play. I've been playing them since my sophomore year when I came here. We know that they have strong hitters. They have big hitters too, but we also have big hitters. We are a hitter team. We are an offensive team, and we're ready to take on the taller girls. We can change our defense anytime, and one of our biggest things this year is our defense. So having a tall hitter on Jefferson, we already adjusted our defense before and we can do it again. And we know they have hard serves. We have one of the best server seeds in the NE8 right now. And we have our best passes in the back row when they serve. So we're ready. We're ready for their serve. We're ready for their serves and their hits. And we're leading in blocks too right now. So we have the top 3 spots in blocking?
4.
We have the top 4 spots in blocking for NE8. So we're ready to take on their hitters, and their hitters are their biggest thing too. And so are our hitters. So we're ready for anything that they throw at us, and watching their film and also knowing that we play other teams that they play. We're a very changing team. We have a new coach. And so we're always ready to adjust, and we've already adjusted to watching them and how they play. So we're ready to take them on Tuesday.
You obviously hang your hat on defense with the 1,000 digs approaching very fast. Take us through what it feels like to go down and get a ball that's really hit hard up from the other side, and to take away a kill from someone else.
Oh, it's the best feeling ever. I mean, it puts your body through some pain. I know I have a lot of bruises on me right now, but just being low and seeing that they have a strong hit and just getting down and scooping the ball up is one of the best feelings you can get. It's like we just stopped them from getting a point. And we've already had game point situations where Dig has won the game for us. And so it's one of the best feelings in the world, especially having close to my 1,000 digs. I mean, it's every time I get a dig, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Talked a little bit about what you take responsibility for your teammates. Looking at this upcoming game with Jefferson and looking at the season as a whole, being the senior leader and the captain, what responsibilities do you take for yourself and your play, and what areas and aspects do you look to improve on as the season goes along?
As a captain, I take responsibility for all the girls, making sure our attitudes are corrected and checked, making sure we're not talking back to the ref, making sure everyone keeps their heads up and everyone's in their games, letting coach know, hey, if there's a problem on the court, we go right to her. So as a rule as a captain, it's kind of my responsibility and my duty to make sure everyone's in check, to make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And coming up, I know we have always had struggled with defense. And so this year is our defense is our biggest thing, to make sure we have a solid defense. So coming up, we're definitely going to keep on improving in our defense. And our captains just take lead in the defense and offense too. I mean, we have 4 solid captains, passing, setting, and hitting. So we're all ready to improve on our passing and hitting and setting this year.
How would you describe your leadership qualities and the qualities that you bring as a leader?
I myself would describe myself as a leader. I like taking charge on the court. And I think having a person on the court that is willing to take charge in times when everyone is down is one of the biggest things you can have. And that's happened so far in a couple of games. We've been down 7-8 points, and then we come right back up on top at the end. And so I think being able for me to take charge on the court and making sure to keep the girls in check and just bring the energy up is one of the biggest things for me to have, is that to know that I'm able to do this, it just makes me feel better as a captain, knowing I was given this role as a captain for a reason.
I mean, the last dance now as a Red Dragon. Talk to me a little bit about, reflect actually a little bit on your high school experience, your volleyball experience, and your overall experience being a Niles Red Dragon these last 4 years.
So I actually moved here my sophomore year. So I actually was not here freshman year. But coming in as a sophomore, I have been every position. I've been through it all. I came in as a setter, I was moved to a hitter, and then libero. And that's what started basically my whole 1,000 digs. And last year was my first year put as a hitter. And just being able to experience it all with the girls that I basically kind of grown up with these past 3 years is very sad, but also very reflecting on knowing that we're near the home stretch and we struggled with playoffs a lot. And so being able to have the team that can go far in playoffs this year is just an amazing feeling. And being a Red Dragon, having the Dragon spirit, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just so nice to know that these girls are my family. And even after we graduate, that we're all going to stay in touch and everything. And it's just nice to know that, I mean, we all like each other, there's no problem with each other, and we're friends off and on the court. And so being able to have a team that's more of a family to you than a team, it's just really nice to have, knowing that they have your back at all times. And so being a Red Dragon and everything has made me become stronger. It has made me become mentally tougher and has made many, many relationships with many, many people.
As we continue to reflect on your career, what do you think is the biggest thing you've grown in from your sophomore season when you started at Niles to now going into your senior season?
I think I've grown as a hitter, actually, and you would say probably a passer, knowing my 1,000 digs are coming up. But I was kind of thrown in as a hitter, and now having one of the best hitting percentages in the NE8, it's a great feeling to have, knowing that I've stepped up in the role as a hitter, and I was kind of just put there a little bit. And so being able to play club volleyball too and get to work on it has really helped a lot. So being able to grow as a hitter has really helped our team too. And being able to put up some defense with some blocks is just really nice to have too.
Talk to me a little bit about your goals this season overall. I mean, going into your last year too. Talk to me about some personal goals, some team goals, and overall, what are some goals for this season?
Some of my personal goals is I'm close to 1,000, so I want to hit my 1,000 digs. I'm actually close to 1,000 kills too, so I'm really hoping I can get 1,000 kills. But I also want to go one step further, and I want to be district champs. I want to be regional champs because we've never gotten to experience that at Niles. There are no numbers up for us. So this is the year we have the team to do it. And so I really want to strive for our team to go that far. And I think for team goals, we all want to go that far. We are beating teams that we did not beat the last couple of years so far, which is a whole new perspective for us. Having a winning record right now is we haven't been able to experience that. So I think as a team, we want to go far. And I think that's our goal. Is we're playing it game by game, but we really want to go far this year.
You've swung, you've been in the back row. You got to tell us what's the better feeling, getting the big dig or putting down a big kill?
Oh, that's hard. I think honestly, sorry digging, but I'm gonna have to go with blocking. I like hitting. Being able to get like a game-winning hit or just an amazing kill is an amazing feeling because you just hit it right down at them, and being able just to block it right in their face is just an amazing feeling because it gets your adrenaline rushing and everything. Even though the pass starts to play, the hits and the blocks end it.
My final question for you is not really a question. It's more of a spotlight. I'm going to give you, I mean, basically we've been giving you, but here's 2 minutes, however long you need to talk to the entire Niles community. You could thank them. You can do whatever you want, but talk to the entire Niles community. Talk about your experience again with Niles. You highlighted a little bit about it, but just talk about the Niles community, the friendships, the relationships you made, and what your future endeavors now hold after high school as well.
I actually want to say thank you, because coming in as a sophomore to a new school in high school, especially in high school, I was very scared. I didn't know if I was going to make friends. I didn't know who my friends were going to be. And I was scared coming into a volleyball program that I had no idea who girls were and everything. But some of my best friends were on the team, and they took me right under their wings. Hallie, she is my ultimate best friend on the court, on and off the court. And she took me right under her wing and said, we're going to get through this together. So I can't thank her enough for just taking me under and showing me what NILES is truly about. Also, to the NILES community, every game we go to, anything that happens on and off the court, they always have our backs. Every game, there's always someone up in the stands rooting for us and everything. And so it's just nice knowing that the community has our back, especially because this is a new season with new coaching and new players. So it's nice knowing that we have the community to back us up at all times. But for the future, I'm planning to go to Florida for college. But if an opportunity comes up to play volleyball in college, I'll definitely take it into consideration. But I'm planning to be a future Spartan.
All right. So when you look at you've talked about the community support, but what about I want to give you the chance to thank your personal support system and the people that have been there for you over the years, and the people that have made the hard times of the volleyball career a little bit easier.
Definitely my family. With my parents being divorced and everything, my mom lives 3 hours away, but she still makes the drive over every once in a while to come and watch me play. And knowing that I just have my parents' support is the biggest thing to me, especially on senior nights. It's just when all the tears are going to be coming. But I know my dad is also one of my biggest supporters. Every game he tries to make it to. Same with my stepmom. So having the support not only at the games but at home just feels amazing. And my boyfriend comes to every game too. So it's nice to have everyone, even if my parents can't make it, he can make it and everything. So I just can't thank my family and friends enough. I mean, my best friend, she reached her 1,000 points in basketball, and knowing that I was there for her and she'll be here for mine is just one of the biggest things to have, knowing that even though my friends are all in college now, they're still watching me and supporting me from hundreds of miles away and everything. So I just can't thank my friends enough for always having my back. No matter what happens, they just have always had my back and everything. And, we always say GOAT talk as a thing for all of us, but it's just a key word to know that no matter what happens, GOAT talk on the court and off the court, because we'll always get the next battle.
All right, Logan, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to hear from you, and we look forward to covering you as the season goes on.